Hello everyone, welcome back, and this time with some truly exciting news. That night, something happened on stage. It wasn't just a performance, but a moment that left all ARMYs speechless. Jungkook and Taehyung suddenly seemed like husband and wife in the middle of the song, Love Me Again. What exactly happened at this final concert? Why did their gazes feel so different that night? In the final concert that night, the atmosphere was different. The stage lights slowly dimmed, and only a single spotlight shone on two figures ARMYs around the world had long known, Jungkook and Taehyung. As the music for Love Me Again began to play, there was something indescribable. The look in their eyes, the way they stood facing each other, even the small, unconcealed smiles, all seemed to indicate that this was no ordinary duet. Love Me Again wasn't a new song for BTS fans. But that night, when Taehyung began singing with his husky, soulful voice and Jungkook gazed at him with a soft, almost prayerful expression, the world seemed to stop for a moment. No one in the thousands of spectators uttered a sound, as if everyone was holding their breath. And then, when Jungkook's part arrived, his voice flowing softly, blending perfectly with Taehyung's tone, their eyes met, and the moment brought tears to the eyes of many in the concert hall. Love Me Again. Jungkook sang the lyrics with a small smile, as if trying to convey something that couldn't be expressed in words. They were like husband and wife on stage. Taehyung gazed at Jungkook with a tender gaze rarely seen in public. There was warmth, there was comfort, and a kind of emotional closeness that felt very real. They didn't try to hide anything. The way Taehyung touched Jungkook's shoulder mid-song, the small smile that appeared when Jungkook looked back, and the small laugh at the end, all of it made the audience feel like they were witnessing two people who truly understood each other without needing to speak. Many ARMYs wrote on social media after the concert, "I can't explain how I felt tonight, but Taekook felt like a couple who'd known each other their whole lives." It wasn't just any stage. It was love, the kind that couldn't be hidden. And perhaps that's exactly what it felt like. Because every time Jungkook and Taehyung stood side by side, their aura was different. They don't have to act, they don't have to try, they just look at each other, and the world around them disappears. As the song ended, Taehyung whispered something in Jungkook's ear. The camera couldn't clearly capture what was said, but Jungkook's expression immediately softened. His lips curled into a small smile before he bowed and clapped softly. There was a moment where they both bowed, then smiled simultaneously, and that was the emotional peak of the concert that night. It wasn't just for the song, but also for the memories, for the togetherness that had been built in silence. Many fans wrote that they felt like they were watching a stage version of Taekook's farewell, but not a farewell in the sense of loss, but rather the maturity of two hearts that now understand each other. Some even noticed small details. Jungkook's bracelet matching Taehyung's, the silver necklaces hanging around their necks, and even the way they walked off the stage. Always hand in hand, never leaving each other's side. As the stage lights began to dim, Jungkook glanced over, looking at Taehyung, who was still standing behind. In those eyes, there was something only the two of them knew. Perhaps a simple message. Thank you for being with me all this way. ARMYs around the world felt the same vibration. That Love Me Again that night wasn't just a song, but a declaration of love, a farewell, and a hidden confession. And so Jungkook and Taehyung were two hearts that continued to speak silently. In every look, every note, every chuckle between them, there was a meaning that words couldn't explain. That night, The stage was no longer a place to perform, but a place where love was conveyed without words. And for many, it will always be one of the most beautiful moments in BTS history. Not only because of the incredible performance by all the BTS members, but because the moment between Taehyung and Jungkook felt so human. Not contrived, not staged, but honest and warm. After leaving the stage, the rear camera caught Jungkook turning to look at Taehyung, who was walking ahead. He smiled slightly, then took a deep breath before following. Seconds later, they were laughing together for whatever reason. But for ARMY, that chuckle felt like a hug for everyone watching that night. Love Me Again that night wasn't just a song, it was a feeling. A feeling of loss, of love, of memories, and of togetherness that will never fade, no matter how much time passes. For many ARMYs, this moment will forever be remembered as one of Taekook's most beautiful performances of their entire career. Because amidst all the speculation and distance, that night they demonstrated something stronger than all the rumors, a genuine connection. When the stage went completely dark and the screens flashed, "Thank you, ARMY," many still remained in their seats. They stared at the empty stage, as if hoping Taehyung and Jungkook would come back out for just one more song. But no, the lights went out completely. But what remained was a feeling hard to describe, one that lingered in the chest and made everyone in attendance that night feel like they were witnessing something sacred. Some fans even wrote on their accounts, "If this is the last time they perform together soon, I'm grateful to have witnessed this moment. No matter what happens, this moment will always be my most beautiful memory." Behind all the lights, behind the cheers, and behind the cameras rolling, were two hearts that understood each other more deeply than words can express. And perhaps that's what made it all feel so real. Taehyung and Jungkook aren't just two idols. They're two souls who grew up together through thousands of days of practice, laughter, tears, and a love that never fades. And that night, on stage with Love Me Again, everything that was hidden finally came out, not in the form of a confession, but in the form of palpable honesty. ARMY knows that true love doesn't always need labels. Sometimes just one meaningful look is enough, and the world will understand.